Suzanne for Patch.com and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'll be making a homemade chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie is one of my favorite dinners because it's really rich and creamy and delicious to eat, but I don't feel quite so bad about myself because I'm getting a full serving of vegetables in. So let's get to the ingredients. For today's pot pie I'll be using a rotisserie chicken, which I bought from the store. It just really cuts the prep work almost in half, and it's really, really delicious. I'll be using half an onion, 1 small crown of broccoli, 2 chopped carrots, 1 can of corn, 1 small shallot diced, and half a cup of heavy cream. I'll also be using 6 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 a cup of all-purpose flour, and 1 store-bought roll of pie crust. Now I'm over at my stove and it's time to add the butter to my pan. So I'm adding the 6 tablespoons of butter to a pan that's at about medium heat. It's a little hot right now, but that's okay. So to this melted butter, I'm going to add the onion. I'm also going to add the shallot. And the purpose of this is just to sweat the onion and shallot until they become translucent. And you'll see why we're using so much butter in a second. So, now you can see the onions and the shallots are cooking. And to this mixture, we're going to add about 1/2 a cup of all-purpose flour. And the purpose of this is just so that our sauce can be rich and creamy and delicious. Otherwise, if we don't add the flour, it'll be more soupy. So I'm just going to mix this around. And this is called a roux. And you'll know when the roux is ready because it'll smell kind of like almonds. So that's looking good. I think we're ready to add the rest of our vegetables. So I'll start with the broccoli. And the carrots. And then the corn. And we'll let these vegetables saute for about 5 minutes. So to the vegetables, because they looked a little bit dry, I've already added 1 cup of the chicken stock, and I've continued sauteing that for about 5 minutes. So now we're ready to add the rest of the chicken stock, so we'll just add it right in. And again, we're using 4 cups, so that's a pretty good amount. Next, I'll add the heavy cream. Give that a good stir. And this will thicken up as you keep stirring it, and the vegetables will continue to soften. Right now I'm just going to add salt and pepper to taste. So a couple of pinches of salt and a couple of twists of pepper. And I'll just let this continue to cook and thicken up for another 5 minutes. So now we're back, and the vegetables have been cooking in the sauce for about 5 minutes. And as you can see, it's thickened considerably. So we turned the heat off, and we'll just bring this mixture over to the pie dish. So I'm using a thicker pie dish than normal because we do have a lot that's going to go into this. So I'm going to pour the chicken right in. Make sure it's spread evenly. And then I'm just going to pour the mixture right over it. And this can be a little messy, so try to do it with care. There we go, so we let that settle in. And then I'm going to take the pie crust and carefully unroll it, which can always be quite a task because they do rip easily. But this one looks pretty good. So I'm just going to set this right over the top of the pie dish, taking care to pinch the edges so that we don't have any overflow in the oven. So once that's done, I'm just going to make a couple of cuts into the dough so that the air can be released as the pie's cooking. So we'll just bring this over to the oven and we'll pop it in at 350 degrees for about half an hour or until the pie crust is golden brown. I let the pie bake for about 40 minutes until it was a golden crispy brown. And then for 5 minutes I let it settle so that it wasn't too soupy when I plated it. So now, as you can see, it's ready to taste. And this is my favorite part. Let's get a good mouthful here. That is so rich and creamy and delicious. I paired mine with mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce, but you can pair yours with whatever you like. Thanks for watching.